Hi everyone, hope you are doing great. So I got a question about my top 3 fragrances for men for winter. And I have already done 2 winter lists. One was the top 10 niche fragrances for winter, and one was the top 10 designer fragrances for winter for men. But if I have to choose 3 of these, it was not easy. So I went back to my top lists, I smelled, I thought, and I found 3 that I don't think I can live without. So I'm gonna share these 3 fragrances with you, and we are starting out with the first one, and the first one is Oud Saffron. So this is a wonderful fragrance from Hugo Boss, and Oud Saffron is a really unique fragrance. This smells like nothing else. It has a huge note of saffron, so this is a saffron explosion, and it has something that I think is quite boozy. So it's like a boozy saffron bun. I mean, how good doesn't that sound? I think it's one of the most unique fragrances I have ever smelled. I am really impressed by Hugo Boss for creating this masterpiece. It's so good. So we are going to move on to the next one, and the next one is one that is quite new to me, or maybe I smelled it for like a year ago and now I have been smelling it more recently, and it's a beautiful one from Kilian. I would say it's the absolute best one from Kilian, and if you haven't already guessed which one it is, it's Angel's Share. Wow, that is such a wonderful fragrance. If you haven't smelled it yet, you really need to do so. It's the most amazing, beautiful, boozy fragrance that you can imagine. It smells like heaven. It's sweet, spicy, slightly woody, but most of all it's boozy. It has some cognac in the top, then it has cinnamon, praline, sandalwood, oak. So it's just like the most wonderful boozy gourmand fragrance, and I just love it. It doesn't have apple listed in the notes, but I actually do think it smells like apple liquor or something. So that is really, according to me, the best one from Kilian. Do you have a favorite fragrance from Kilian? Please tell me in the comments. I have been hearing that a lot of people really love Angel's Share. Before moving on to the last one, I want to ask you, I want to talk to you guys about something, and ask you, because you can comment and we can continue the discussion in the comments. I don't really get it why some people don't use fragrances, and if you are watching this, you are probably a fragrance nerd like me, but not using fragrances is like, I mean, if you are going to work, or you are going on a date, or you are going to meet some friends, or just going to the park, and you get up in the morning, you take your shower, you get dressed, you fix your makeup or shave your beard or whatever you do in the morning, you have your morning coffee, and you make sure that you look good. How can you just stop with that? When you look amazing, when you have like fixed your whole appearance, how can you not want to add a great fragrance to that, so you also smell wonderful? It's kind of like you mix the ingredients to a wonderful cake. You put in everything that needs to be in that cake for it to be good. And then you mix all the ingredients, you put it in something, and then you just don't put the cake in the oven. So you're like, I am really putting my heart into this cake, but I am not going to shove it into the oven. That is what I think is like, if you fix yourself, if you dress up maybe for a date or going somewhere, and you just make everything in your appearance perfect, but you just don't put on a fragrance. I mean, that's really wrong. So I don't know about you guys, please tell me in the comments, but if I meet a person that I think looks and acts attractive. And then I get closer to them and they don't smell of anything, or they don't smell good. To me, that is a huge deal breaker. So if you look good and you behave good and you don't smell of fragrance, that is like the biggest turn off ever. I mean, of course, someone can be attractive without smelling good, as long as you don't smell bad. But I think wearing a fragrance and really caring about how you smell is something that is really, really important. I think that most of you watching this actually uses fragrances. And if you are one who doesn't, I might be getting some hate in the comments, but yeah, let's have fun with it and if that happens. So back to the fragrances, and I'm gonna give you my last one, the third one. And the third one is Carlisle from Parfums de Marly. It's such a beautiful fragrance. I love it. I first fell in love with Harold from Parfums de Marly, and I am still in love with Harold. But I can't put Harold on top of every top list that I do, because that would be not so interesting to watch. And even though I love Harold, it's not the perfect fragrance for every occasion. So when we are talking about winter fragrances, I want something that is more powerful than Harold, and that's why I chose to go with Carlisle. I think Carlisle is like Harold's older brother. It's deeper, stronger, heavier, and more of a winter fragrance to me. It doesn't have any tobacco, but it has really nice woody notes, and it has some kind of sweetness that is that resembles the sweetness in Harold, which is a really good thing. So it's woody, warm and spicy. It's definitely deeper and darker than Harold, and I just love it. You can't go wrong with, I would say you can't go wrong with any fragrance from Parfums de Marly, but if you go with Harold or Carlisle, you will smell amazing. So I hope you are happy. That was my 3 top winter fragrances for men. These 3 are really something extra and something that I really think you should try out. Tell me in the comments what you think about my crazy conversation about not wearing fragrances, because it is crazy to not wear fragrances, right? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel with the notification bell on so you don't miss my upcoming videos, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.